Sometimes I wondered if my mother, Lilith, understood the kind of damage she was inflicting on me with all her delusional stories about bloodthirsty unicorns. When I was 6 and all my friends wanted to play unicorns and run around the playground on imaginary horned mounts named Rainbow and Starlight and Moonbeam, do you think I was the most popular kid in school? I briefly considered giving the Meyerson kids the same lecture I'd given the other first graders on the playground. Unicorns are man-eating monsters. They don't have wings, they aren't lavender or sparkly, and you could never catch one to ride without its goring you through the sternum. And even if it somehow managed to miss your major arteries, and it never misses, you'd still die from the deadly poison in its horn. But don't worry, my great-great-great-great-great-aunt Clotilde killed the last one 150 years ago. Except now, I guessed it would be more like 160. How time doth fly in a unicorn-free world. Also, now I no longer believed my mom's horror stories. After several more pages of cotton candy torture, the book ended and I firmly tucked Bethany and Brittany into bed. At last. Lulled into soporific splendor by the lackluster adventures of Sparkle the Unicorn and his merry band of Riddle Independents, the girls soon drifted into the land of Nod. Good riddance. I wished I could forget my early indoctrination and act sanguine about these namby-pamby unicorn stories, but one-horned beasts of any stripe still gave me the willies. My mother considers herself a militant purist. She believes that this so-called revisionist unicorn history is a disgrace to the sacrifice of our ancestors, that we should be honoring their memories by promoting the truth about these vicious beasts. These vicious, extinct beasts, I reminded her whenever I was feeling particularly cheeky. Usually I didn't deign to answer at all. I'd long ago learned that indulging her fantasies meant chaining myself to her lifestyle. I set up my trusty baby monitor, closed the bedroom door, and called Brant on the cell phone Lilith finally got me last winter. They're asleep. You can come over now, but I have to meet you outside. This was more for my protection than out of consideration for the slumbering children. First of all, I don't know how much more I could take of the unicorn-inspired decor. Their toys were all over the house. Second, Brant and a couch, or worse, an empty master bedroom, were a very bad combo. He morphed from vaguely risque fling to bad boy octopus man whenever he was in the vicinity of any marginally promising flat surface. I was far less interested in protecting my virtue than I was in not giving it up to a boy who couldn't pass intermediate French.